Hey YouTube, how's everybody doing? JC here with the Cuban Redneck DIY channel. I want to thank you for stopping by. If you haven't already done so, please subscribe, help me out. This is only the third video on this series. I have a lot of content coming your way, and I'm looking forward for your support. So today I'm coming to you from my kitchen, and this might be a little bit of an off-topic subject, but I own a glass top stove, and I know that a lot of people do, and this might be something that might be of interest to a lot of folks out there. So let me just frame this. I was over in Miami about 2 weeks ago, visiting my parents, and my mom made a feast like she always does every time we come over. Black beans, white rice, pork, yuca, the works. So anyway, I know that the kitchen was a mess. The yuca usually boils over, has steam and stuff like that, and it just makes a mess on the glass top stove. So I was conscious that when we finish eating, that to come back into the kitchen, because she don't like nobody messing around the kitchen when she's cooking. So I was waiting to we finish eating and coming back in the kitchen and helping out with the cleanup. Anyhow, so I got sidetracked. My cousin Gio was there. I haven't seen him in a while. We were just talking BS and shooting the crap, as they say. And I come back and I realized that, oh shoot, let me go help out. And I walk into the kitchen, and the kitchen is spotless. And like, how the hell did you clean this stove in like 5 minutes, where it takes me 30 to 45 minutes to do? So she took me through the steps, and here's what I got for you today, and I hope you take something away from it. So here's what we're starting with. I haven't cleaned the stove in about 10 days. However, know that it's not a good idea to wait until the stove is this dirty to clean it. And remember that when it comes to glass tops, the more you cook on a dirty glass top, the harder it is to clean. The first secret ingredient is WD40. Yes, you heard me right. And trust me when I said this is a game changer. Okay, so spray a liberal amount of WD-40 on top of the stove top and allow it to work for about 5 to 10 minutes. My stove is in pretty bad shape, so I'm going to give it about 15 minutes. The second step in the glass top stove cleaning process is to use a single edge scraper. If you've owned a glass top stove for a while, you are probably already familiar with this, since it is the tool of choice for cleaning hardened, burned-in stains. With that said, I find that a lot of people go extremely cheap when buying these, and that may not work in your favor. If you don't already own one of these, consider buying one that is about the size of the palm of your hand and that is made out of some type of metal. It is hard to apply accurate pressure with the little teeny plastic ones. With the scraper at about 45 degrees, go after the big stains first. These are usually in a shape of a ring around the burners. Consider changing from one side of the scraper to the other one every so often, and clean the edge of the blade with a rag, being careful not to cut yourself. You may hear a scraping sound when you do this, but don't worry, you won't scratch the glass top as long as the blade is at an angle. Do this until the amount of resistance to the blade is diminished by half. Step number 3 is not necessarily a secret, but something I had never used or seen anybody use to clean a glass top stove until very recently. This little device is called the Dremel Versa. It is supposed to be available everywhere, but just in case, I will provide a link in the description. The Dremel Versa is a rechargeable mini polisher that comes with multiple polishing pads, ranging from ultra fine to coarse, as well as a splash guard that I will be using later on. Work the areas where the scraper was not effective for several minutes and give it a rest. Then come back to it again. If you feel that the surface is a little dry, consider adding a little bit more WD-40. This device is not only ideal for women, but also guys like myself not looking forward to doing this by hand. Since doing this video, I've used this device in many areas, including cleaning the grill, pots and pans, and even the tub. After a little bit of try and error, I think that the best pad for this task is the blue one. Simply put the right pad on the tool and let it go to work. By now, it may be hard to tell how clean our glass top stove really is. So in step number 4, we're going to use my favorite degreaser, spray 9, to clean our work area. Spray it on and let it sit for about a minute before taking it off. As you can see, our stove top is starting to look pretty clean. However, there are several dull spots the camera is not picking up, but I can see. So I am going to put a new blade on my scraper and go over the entire surface. I am seeking a consistent friction throughout the entire surface area. It may look like we are done, but if we stop at this point, our glass top stove will look as bad as when we started the first time we use it. So we're going to use our Dremel Versa one more time to apply the most recognized glass top stove polisher in the market. The application of the Whitman polisher with the Dremel Versa is the same as with the manual method. Work the entire surface and let it stand for a few minutes until it glazes. Then remove the excess with a microfiber. Here is where the Dremel Versa is superior to the cordless drill method. By employing its splash guard skirt, the Dremel Versa allows you to apply a variety of liquid waxes and polishers without splatting all over the place. You may need to use a toothpick if you end up with a lot of glaze buildup on the outer frame. Now, this last step might seem like an overkill, but I have found that the Whitman Cooktop Daily Cleaner does an excellent job removing the residue and glaze from the polisher. Guys, this may be difficult to appreciate on camera, but I have to tell you, this glass top stove looks as good as the date it was purchased. I hope you are able to take away something from this video and look forward to seeing you again on another DIY tip or tutorial. Please support this channel by subscribing, liking, and sharing. And don't forget to hit that notification bell. Thank you.